Hello. Thank you for choosing to learn more about virtual co-working on Focusmate as a way to take your seat at the table. I'm Linda Brandt, and I don't work for Focusmate, but I do tell almost every ambitious person I meet how much the Focusmate website has improved my life. In the last 2.5 years, I've done 5,100 Focusmate sessions. I've written a LinkedIn article about Focusmate. I've organized 4 Focusmate subgroups. And of course, the first subgroup I started was Lean In Together for fans of gender equity. So this group, Lean In Together on Focusmate, now has 1,200 members, which is a lot for Focusmate. All right. So as I was preparing my talk, I thought about how I've been hearing a lot about curiosity, and particularly cultivating curiosity as a way to decrease stress. So has anyone else heard about curiosity lately? All right, we can wave your hand or comment in the chat box. So I want people to be less stressed. So let's practice a little curiosity today as you listen. Think about being open, engaged, and curious. And in particular, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself and repeat after me. Thank you. Let's try it again, but this time consciously open your eyes even more. So ready? All right, now you can mute again. Feel free to put in the chat any time in this talk in which you hear something that makes you say, All right. So let's be curious about how to be successful on Focusmate, how I use Focusmate to contribute, learn, and belong. There we go. And then what's unique about Focusmate? So all of those topics. To get a sense of where we're all coming from, let's just do a quick brainstorm. If you've ever used virtual co-working, like with me, for example, raise your hand or your virtual hand, and then put in the chat, how has it gone for you? Like whether you've done any sort of virtual co-working. And then if you didn't raise your hand, what's holding you back? What reservations, what concerns do you have? All right. And then now that we're warming up our curiosity, I'd like to tell you a little about what you need to know about Focusmate. It's a website where people meet up and do 25 or 50-minute sessions when they want to get something done. And they can be on demand right away, or it can be scheduled. And you might be wondering, well, what's the cost of that? The cost is $3 free per week or $5 per month unlimited. And there are indeed scholarships. And Focusmate sessions use video conferencing. At the start, you say, hi, I'm Linda. How are you doing? And then you say, I'm working on this. Another person says the same. And then some people use the chat box to say what their goal is. If you want to connect with the same people more, you would join the Facebook Focusmate group or a subgroup on Focusmate. And at the end of your session, the bell goes off, bing, and you say, how did it go? And you can have a friendly chat at the end if you both have time. So as I was saying, the Facebook group is a way to join more groups and also to meet the same people more often. And I would say also fill out your profile and put if you prefer microphone on or off. And if you have any advanced questions, I'll answer that later. So Focusmate is about your increasing motivation and, as the word says, drive. So I used to really promote Daniel Pink's book, Drive, and I still think it's a good framework. But I've recently been introduced to Meg Wheatley's Earn, Learn, and Belong as what motivates people. And I'll use the word contribute here because I feel like Focusmate has helped me contribute, learn, and belong, all 3 of those things. So Focusmate in particular helps me lean into my ambitions. And what my main ambition is these days is renegade community building. So you heard about my setting up Lean In Together group on Focusmate, the subgroup. But I also organize events like the one today for the Lean In group on Focusmate sessions. So these are the kinds of things that I spend time doing on Focusmate. And a lot of people do come to Focusmate because they want to improve their focus, clearly. So Chris Bailey, who wrote the book Hyperfocus, he in 2019 put Focusmate at the very top of his list of best apps to help with productivity. And when I saw that in his newsletter, I checked it out. I liked it right from the start, and it really helped me get more daily collaboration and inspiration. So kind of get in the flow, as this chart talks about. And then other things I've contributed, I run a Getting Things Done group, a health promoters group on Focusmate. I've had a meet and greet, which you see here with Focusmate Lean In members. We did a peer coaching group. I prepared a gift for Sheryl Sandberg using Focusmate. And now just recently I did a career explorers group. So whatever I'm doing, I definitely take it to Focusmate. What does a person learn in 5,000 sessions on Focusmate? A lot. So I keep a spreadsheet, and I've met people in 86 countries, 46 US states. I've improved my knowledge of the world and of global cultures. I've even started knowing what time and what day it is around the world. So you might be curious, well, what are those other people working on in their sessions? So they are working, reading, writing, studying. They're also planning, meditating, journaling, exercising, cleaning, doing physical therapy, and even creating art. So a Japanese woman just recently was writing rap lyrics in Hungary. So lots of different artistic projects. I don't know how many of you have seen this quote that a foreign accent is a sign of bravery. And I think Focusmate is a great place to learn about the world. I left some websites here as well as a book I recommend. So what about belonging? I don't know about you, but I've been on a lifelong journey of finding my people. Specifically in my 20s, I sought out postal and cyber pen pals to learn about being German. In the process, I end up meeting people from all over the world. And I'm on that same journey of learning from people all over the world through Focusmate and finding my people. What's unique about Focusmate is that it's a community. And it's a community of people who care about other people and want to learn and connect. So that's just a wonderful thing about Focusmate. So Vidur in the right-hand corner is, we took this photo during my 4,001 session. And Vidur is in Mumbai. We've been regular Focusmate partners. He's as charming as he appears. He insisted we move over to Zoom so we get a better photo of the two of us. So he's just one of the wonderful people I've met over the years. I've made friends. I've seen lots of cats and dogs and birds and babies, and even experienced an earthquake vicariously. So not everything about Focusmate is awesome. So just like anything, it's easy to take too few breaks, to have connectivity issues where your Wi-Fi goes out. I'll move this down. It's, you know, you can have some uncomfortable moments with strangers. I think the worst was a guy commenting on my appearance, like something like being surprised I wasn't overweight, probably. And then it's just not for everybody. Depends on your personality, depends on your work style. So I'll take some questions. You can put them in the chat box. And if I don't get to them today, I will get back to you later. Then I wanted to end with, from what I talked about today, what's one action you're willing to commit to? And if you're brave enough to put it in the chat box, that's better too. So I'm leaving you with Julia in Japan, who says before every Focusmate session, may the focus be with you. And I've learned through Sean Achor, author of Big Potential, that the original Star Wars script said, May the force of others be with you. So thank you for paying attention to this talk. I really appreciate it, and I welcome your questions, and to definitely seek me out if you'd like to join Focusmate.